Hi guys! So today we are talking about launch strategies, and this month in general we are talking about business planning, which I'm really excited about because October is one of my favorite times to talk about business planning because I like to finish the year strong. And if you haven't caught my webinar, I did a webinar about business planning and finishing the year strong, and how to kind of use the fourth quarter of this year to plan for growth in 2019. So I'll link that below if you guys are interested. But today we're talking about launching. And so if you are either in the planning phase of your business or even if you've been in business for a while and are launching a new product line or new services, this is for you. So we're going to talk about 6 strategies that are really, really great for succeeding at launches. And as with anything marketing related, these strategies work really well together. So don't think of them in, okay, let me choose one out of these 6. Think about it as which of these, let me pick 2 or 3, how can they work together? And I'll give you some examples as we go along of how I've used them in the past or how my clients have used them in the past. But this is to get you just thinking about how you can use some of these things to make sure that your launch is successful. Before I jump in, a quick introduction. If you are new around here, my name is Brett Rowley. I am a business consultant. I'm a marketing strategist. I am an entrepreneurship advocate. I love talking about business. And I'm the creator of a Side Hustle Starter Kit, which is basically an online course for people who are just getting started, and I essentially downloaded everything that I would tell you if we sat down in a meeting and put it in an online course. So that's a little bit about me, and as always, if you have questions, want to leave them in the comments, or you can reach me by email. My email is Brett, B-R-E-T-T-E, at brettrowley.com. So let's jump in. I'm just going to walk you right through the 6 strategies. We'll keep it short and simple today. The first thing, and this is kind of a non-negotiable strategy for me, is to know your market. So before you start to promote your launch, take the time to research who your market is. Even if you've been in business for years and think you have a good handle on your target market, do your research before you launch, because what it's going to do is give you the peace of mind investing in the promotions that we're going to talk about after this. It's going to give you that peace of mind to know that you're investing in the right places. So this could look like a focus group that you pull together. It could be a survey. It could be those polls on Instagram stories now. But do a little bit of research, whether about your specific product or your business in general, so that you know that you're investing in the right strategies going forward. And with anything, and you guys have heard me harp on this if you've read any of my stuff or watched me before, everything is about your client, right? So there is no point in launching a product or launching a business if it's about you. Everything has to be about your client. And so knowing who that is, knowing your market, is key to a successful launch. The second thing is to use your network. And most launches are happening, especially if you're just getting started, you've got a pretty small budget, you want to make the most of what you're doing. And so your network is really powerful. And I want to encourage you to use that network to your advantage when you're launching. And so what I do and what I encourage my clients to do is, if I'm launching something new, like in just a couple weeks, I'm launching some all-day business planning sessions. I'm going to do 10 of them for 10 different clients between now and the end of the year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to everyone in my network, past clients, current clients, contacts that I've made, old employers, and just let them know, say, hey, I'm doing this. I've got 10 spots to fill between now and January 1st. If you know someone, feel free to send them my way. For current clients, I'll give you $500 off your next invoice, or whatever that looks like. So make a list of all the people in your network that you think it would be beneficial to reach out to, and then start checking them off the list and say, send a really informal email and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I thought you'd like to know because XYZ, here's how you can help me. And that last bit is the most important. You want to make it really clear, especially if these are your personal contacts that are going to want to help you anyway, that are invested in your success. You want to make it really clear how they can do that. Whether it's something as simple as sharing on social media, going and liking your Facebook page, whatever it is that's going to benefit you through your launch, make sure that you identify that in your email or as you reach out to your network, because they're going to want to help you. You just got to make it easy for them. The last thing that I'll mention in terms of your network is understanding the idea of leverage. So think about the people in your circle, or even in kind of your extended circle of people that you know, and who is it going to be really key that you get to. So for example, if you know someone who's an influencer online, or if you know someone who is really involved in the business community in your area, those are the ones to start with, right? Those are the people within your network that you really want to get in touch with. Take them out to coffee, talk to them about your launch and how you could potentially get plugged in with them in their network. So once you have started reaching out to your network, and that again, I know we talked about picking 2 or 3, but that again to me is a no-brainer because it's free, except for if you're buying them a cup of coffee. And those are your warmest contacts, right? They're, like I mentioned, they're invested in your success. So don't skip over taking advantage of your network when you're launching. The second thing, or I guess we're at 3. Number 3, partnering up. So use other businesses to your advantage and also to provide value to them. So think about other complementary businesses. Obviously, we don't want to get too much into competition, but if you think about a complementary business that is targeting the same people as you are, that provides a complementary product or service, those are perfect partners for you to reach out to and see if they'll be involved in your launch. And there's so many different ways that they can do that. Maybe they share your information with their client base. Maybe they sponsor an event, and we'll talk about events in a second. But think about how you can integrate those partners into your launch plans so that you can not only reach their audience, which should be full of your ideal targets, but also provide value to them. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for you to get your products and services out into the world through these partners. All right, launch strategy number 4. We're blowing through these. Number 4 is advertise. So this is something that I want you to be careful with. This is the only one that I'm going to say think twice. It is valuable, but it's the most costly investment, right? So I know so many clients that fall back on advertising and say, I'm just going to throw a Facebook ad up there, or I'm going to put an ad in the paper if anyone reads the paper anymore. Most of the time, that is a really kind of passive strategy for your launch. So if you let's say you throw a few $100s at a Facebook ad, you might get some traction. More than likely, you're not going to see the results that you're looking for, just being frank with you. So when it comes to advertising, my recommendation is this: don't advertise to get direct sales. Advertise as part of a larger promotion with one of these other strategies. Maybe it's promoting your partnership. Maybe it's promoting your event, which we're going to talk about in a second. Use advertising as an introduction to your brand to take them somewhere else, not as a way to tell the entire brand story. So when I'm using advertising for launches, I'm not looking for sales. I'm not looking for direct conversions. I'm looking for, can I build my email list? Can I build awareness? Can I generate attendees to an event? Can I get entries into a giveaway? Those kind of introductory steps that you want people to take, not necessarily expecting them to go all the way into sales. All right, number 5. I've been talking about events already. You can tell that's a big one for me. But number 5 is host an event. And this is super intimidating for some people, and I get it. It can be expensive. It is a little stressful to put an event invite out there and cross your fingers and hope people come. Kind of put yourself out there a little bit. But it is so worth it, and this is why it brings together so many other strategies and a culmination in one kind of big launch into the world. You only get to launch once when it comes to your business. Sure, there are other miniature launches, but it's really a rare thing to be able to launch, and you want to make the most of it. So a couple different things to think about when hosting an event. If your audience is centralized, if they're all in one location, this is a no-brainer for you. There's no excuse not to host an event. And there are so many cool things that you can do. If you can find a partner, let's say you don't have physical space for your business, find a partner that does, that's looking to get foot traffic in the door, and say, hey, let's partner up and plan this event. It's my launch party. We'll bring, new people into your store or into your venue. I've had clients use restaurants that are opening too, that are looking for awareness, that, have just opened or are about to open, that you can partner with. So that's a great way to lower the cost of your event and then also expand your audience, because they can promote it to their network as well. The second thing when it comes to events is it's a great way to kickstart, right? There's nothing else that can generate the excitement and the kind of one-time energy around your launch than an event can. The key is to know your goals. So the last thing that I want you to do is to plan an event and then at the end of the night being, whew, what a great party, like great drinks, great people, and then go to work the next day and not see any traction from it. So understand what you want to gain from it. It could be sales, it could be partnerships, it could just be awareness, but understand how you are collecting those assets. Think about the event in terms of asset collection. Are you collecting email addresses and contact information? Are you collecting sales? Are you collecting contacts? And be able to track that so that at the end of the night, you know what your ROI was on the event. And then what you can do as you're planning it, everything is geared around that. Everything about the event is geared around your particular goal. If your clients and your target market is not in one area or is not in a location that they can all get together, you've got a couple of options. You're not off the hook for hosting an event quite yet. A couple different things you can do. One, you can do something online. I've had clients host webinars as a launch event, giveaways. We'll talk about that in a second. The second thing that you can do, and what I recommend, is find somewhere that your clients are. So tag along with a conference that's happening, with an event that's going on where your clients will be, and go there for your launch event. I had a client a few years ago who was targeting entrepreneurs as his target market, and he did a launch party the night before a conference started where all these entrepreneurs were in town. He held a cocktail before the night before the conference started as his launch party, and he launched his book, and he made great contacts, and it was so perfect because his clients were all over the country, but they had all gathered in one spot for this event that he didn't even have to host. He just had to throw a little cocktail party the night before. So get creative when it comes to events, and definitely use this as a way to find partners, as a way to generate sales. Whatever your goal is around the event, make sure that everything is geared towards that. The sixth and final launch strategy that I love is running a contest or a giveaway. You guys, I'm not going to explain contests and giveaways. You guys know what they are. You probably entered them. We see them every day on social media and on the internet. Use them to your advantage. This is a perfect way to build excitement. It's also a great way to integrate partners if you can use their products or services and do kind of a package deal for the giveaway, and then they can promote it as well. It's a perfect way to give them value because you're sharing their content with a whole new audience, and also get value from them because they're sharing it with theirs. So running a contest or a giveaway lets you run a campaign that doesn't feel super salesy because you're giving value, right? You're giving away a prize or you're running a contest. It feels very much customer centric, but it allows you to collect email addresses, and it allows you to build a base of clients that are interested in what you're selling because they entered to win it. So not only are you able to collect their email addresses before, and that's a huge part of the strategy is the promotion of the giveaway, but on the back end, after the giveaway is finished, don't just give up on those people. Have a strategy, on the back end that says, hey, so sorry you didn't win. Here's a coupon code, or here's an introductory offer that I can give you. So think about how you can carry that through all the way from the promotion of the giveaway all the way to converting those to sales. All right, those are the 6. So to run through them again, we've got know your market, we've got host an event, we've got run a contest, advertise. What else did we talk about? We talked about partnering up and your network. I had to think about that for a second. So like I said, they all work together. If you have the bandwidth and can do all of them, your launch is going to be that much more successful. But anyone on their own or partnered with one other is going to make sure that your launch goes off without a hitch. So again, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm also going to link that webinar that I talked about, which is Business Planning 101, how to finish the year strong. So definitely check that out if you are wanting to make sure that you set yourself up for success in 2019. Lots of great stuff in there. So hope you enjoy. Until next time.